Lightsabers are expensive. 9 months ago I paid a total of $768 to get 2 lightsabers from Electrum Sabercrafts. Was it worth it? Hopefully we will answer that question here today. If you've never seen a saber like this in real life, you are definitely missing out. The feeling of just holding a saber with a bright blade and nice sound is just fantastic. But you feeling like a Jedi or Sith might not be enough to justify the cost. It's going to be really hard to say beforehand if the purchase will be worth it for you or not. But I feel like if you have been thinking about getting a saber and have some spare money, it is going to be worth it. That is, of course, if you end up getting something that won't break after a couple of uses. Hopefully this video will help you to avoid making a bad decision. So, what do you really use a lightsaber for? I mean, we have to come up with some sort of excuse so that we don't feel bad about putting so much money on one. Lightsabers are of course commonly used for costumes or cosplays, but they can just be on display all the time. Some people hang them on their walls. Imagine that I'm not holding it up right now. To get more use out of your lightsabers, you can also do spinning and learn to do different tricks. I even made a video where I learned some lightsaber spinning, and you can go watch that video after this one. And last but not least, we have dueling. A word of warning here, you do need to have someone to duel with, because it's a bit hard to do alone. Speaking from experience, you kind of need to have an idea what you would like to use your saber for in order to be able to pick the right option for you. Mainly you have to think about if you want a NeoPixel or a RGB saber. NeoPixels have a very bright blade and you can do all sorts of blade effects with them, but they are usually quite expensive and they are not made for dueling. RGB/baselit sabers are cheaper and can be a better fit for dueling, but the blade is not nearly as bright. Many RGB sabers also just offer one color, and if you want sound in your saber, the price is likely to go up a lot. Actually, the sabers that I got are kind of like the best of both worlds, but we'll talk about that later in this video. When you have decided what kind of saber you want based on what you want to use it for, it's time to do your research into different companies and the products that they are offering. And actually, really do your research. I learned this the hard way. I can't just tell you exactly which company to go with because everyone's budget and reasons for buying will be different, but I can tell you some things to think about when deciding which company to go with. First of all, delivery times. How long are you prepared to wait for your saber? And then we have shipping cost, and if you're living in the US, it's going to be a bit easier to find reasonable options. Then just look up reviews from previous buyers, both on the quality of the products and the customer service and how possible problems were handled. I really recommend taking a look at the lightsaber subreddit r/lightsabers. You'll find all the info you need on there. Then when it comes down to the choice of saber, I might not be the best person to give you exact recommendations, but what I can do is to talk about Electrum Sabercrafts. Their sabers are so-called smart sabers. The ones I have are not NeoPixel, they have an in-hilt LED, but they have a lot of really cool functions that a lot of RGB sabers are missing. For example, you can have whatever color you want whenever you want. And all colors are super bright as well. Usually some colors will be brighter than others, but that is not the case here. You can also have multiple sound fonts and change them easily. And they have an app which you can use to customize basically everything about the saber. When I first got the sabers, the app didn't really work at all, but now they've got a new app and it works really well, and it's actually a really good addition to the sabers. The design of these sabers is just absolutely beautiful, and there's a fair amount of customization when it comes to the appearance of the sabers. Their customer service is also really good, and they have helpful guides and tutorials on everything that you would need. Their cheapest saber, the Neophyte, you can get for just over 200 euros with all the features, all the colors, soundboards, everything, which is really good value for money. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Electrum Sabercrafts. If you want to see my whole experience with them, buying the sabers, exact price, delivery time, first impressions and all that, then watch this video. Otherwise, I have some other fun lightsaber videos that you can find in one of my playlists.